So, those of you that have been following the We versus Me series in the Lego house have probably wondered, man, I wonder if she ever built that house. I wonder how far she is on it. Well, I'm just starting. And today I opened bag number one. Here's the thing, when I opened bag number one, I found inside of it two smaller bags, which, by the way, today is called the bag within the bag. So I opened number one, and may not sound like a big deal until I noticed these two smaller bags inside. And then there were loose pieces in the bag as well. The little bags weren't there because these pieces were more important. It was more like they were there because they're smaller. You know, easier to lose, easy to overlook, easier to sweep off the table without even realizing it. And it made me begin to wonder, how many organizations have people who feel exactly like those little pieces? You know, the designers knew something when they did this. If these little pieces were just thrown into the big bag, some would probably disappear. Some would fall between the cushions or on the floor. Some would get vacuumed up. Some would never make it into the final build. So they put them in the little bags to protect them. You know, all organizations need bags within the bag. I started thinking, great organizations are going to do the same thing, right? They create systems that protect the people who could easily be overlooked. You know, the new employee, the paraprofessional, the custodian, the cafeteria worker, the bus driver, the instructional aide, the substitute, the receptionist, the volunteer, that quiet person in the meeting over there in the corner, or the person who never asks for recognition, the person everyone depends on, but nobody notices until they're gone. Sometimes you may be the small piece, because here's the truth. You've felt invisible. You've wondered if anybody noticed what you bring. You've questioned whether you even mattered. But just because you're small doesn't mean you're insignificant. And the first thing the instructions had me build completely surprised me. The very first thing that I was instructed to build wasn't a wall, it wasn't a roof, it wasn't a window, it wasn't even the foundation. The very first thing was a person. I laughed because Lego understands something that many organizations forget. You don't build buildings first. Nah, you build people first. People before projects. We spend so much time talking about the strategic plan, the budget, the deadlines, the performance, the numbers, the goals. But if the people aren't healthy, none of that's going to last. People create culture. People serve customers. People teach children. People care for patients. People answer phones. People solve problems, and people build organizations. What if, before we worried about productivity, we invested in the people? Before we worried about performance, we worried about purpose. Before we asked, what can they do? We asked, how are they doing? So I have a challenge for those of you that consider yourselves leaders. If you are a leader, who are the little pieces in your organization? Who quietly keeps everything moving? Who rarely gets thanked? Who could easily be overlooked? What systems have you created to protect them? And if you're a part of a team, don't overlook someone just because they don't have a title. Some of the smallest pieces in this Lego set are the ones holding everything together. The house I'm building won't stand because of one giant piece. It will stand because every piece was protected. Every piece was valued, and every piece ended up exactly where it belonged. The same is true for every successful organization, because when we build people first, the house, it'll almost build itself. So remember, there are no small pieces when it comes to success.